You're listening to Financial Advisor Marketing, the best show on the planet for financial advisors who want to get more clients without all the stress. You're about to get the real scoop on everything from lead generation to closing the deal. James is the founder of theadvisorcoach.com, where you can find an entire suite of products designed to help financial advisors grow their businesses more rapidly than ever before. Now, here is your host, James Pollard.
All right, boys and girls, financial advisors, and the few insurance agents that listen to this show. Even though I'm just a financial advisor marketing guy, I've still got some real estate agents and some insurance agents to tag along for the ride here. But this is going to be a good episode for you insurance agents and real estate agents. And I think I've got a couple of attorneys that listen to this show. I really don't know why, but they do listen. Because today we're going to talk about referrals. Good topic, Jonathan?
Gosh, this is like probably the biggest topic that I come across with all these guys.
Yes. Referrals are awesome for financial advisors. And before I get into the reasons why they're awesome, I just want to share with you guys, when we were cooking up some ideas for the podcast, one of the titles that we kind of thought of, it was like how to get clients without begging for referrals or something like that. Was that what it was?
That's what I was thinking too.
Right. Yeah. And that is a brilliant title. It is amazing. The reason I didn't want to go with it is because I didn't want to give the impression that referrals were a bad thing. Now, I get the idea that, financial advisors do beg for referrals and you don't want to beg for referrals, but I did not want to give that impression because I do but strongly believe in referrals. And if you know 100% that you're going to have to beg in order to get a referral and you for sure will get that referral, hey, do what works. More power to you. But most of the time, begging, probably not the best strategy. Would you agree?
Man, it kind of puts you in a bad position, doesn't it?
It makes you seem very needy. And one of the best things that I've done in 2018, and I cannot take any credit for this. This is 100% from Ben Settle. He's like this email marketing guru. I don't want to say guru. He's definitely not a guru. I apologize, man, if you're listening to this.
You're going to get banned.
Email marketing master, right? I make no bones about it. This guy is brilliant. And I think it was his June or July newsletter issue where he talked about eliminating all neediness from your marketing. And when he said that, it's like everything changed for me because I was like, I'm just going to eliminate all neediness, right? And it just did wonders for me personally. And now I cannot stress enough how important it is for financial advisors. And I don't expect financial advisors to follow this email marketing guy, but if you do want to, I strongly recommend that you do. It's Ben Settle. But eliminating neediness was probably the single most profitable thing I did in 2018.
Yeah. It should be more like you're expecting it rather than needing it, I think.
Yes, exactly. You want to expect. And in the Ultimate Financial Advisor's Guide to Getting More Clients, if you haven't gotten that book by now, you make sure you get it on theadvisorcoach.com in the products tab. I say that expectation is your biggest power because when you expect things, it's a lot different from being needy. And in a way, I've always known this, but recognizing that you should eliminate all neediness from your marketing, it's just like it brought it to the surface. And expecting things is your greatest power. You expect clients, things start to happen. If you expect to set that appointment, things start to happen. So I don't want to dwell too much on that, but here are the reasons why referrals are awesome. First of all, they cost virtually nothing except, a little thank you gift. I mean, we want to thank these people for sending you a referral. You start with a higher level of trust. Your closing ratio, and I don't really like to use the term closing ratio, but that's what it is. Your closing ratio, meaning the number of clients that you get from your appointments, tends to be higher because referrals are predisposed to doing business with you. They know about you. They've got this, I don't want to say confirmation bias, but in a sense that's what it is. They're warmed up to you. Next, they're more likely to follow your advice, and referrals beget referrals, which means if someone comes to you and becomes a client through a referral, it's very easy for you to have a referral conversation with these people and say, hey, you came to me because Johnny recommended you, and I want you to recommend someone else so I can change their life like I changed yours. Now, is that a good strategy or what?
God, that's strong.
That is what you want to do. But most advisors, they aren't getting the referrals they deserve because they're not asking the right way. And you know what? I really shouldn't be using the term asking. And I get this little like twitch. Like, you can't see me because this is a podcast, but my face kind of twitches a little bit whenever I say asking. Advisors shouldn't ask for referrals. They should facilitate referrals. Does that sound better?
Yeah, make it silky smooth.
You want to facilitate referrals. So, and that's what I really mean. But keep in mind that I'm using the words ask and facilitate interchangeably here. So the first thing I want to talk about, the worst way of financial advisors to ask for referrals is they think that referrals come from satisfied clients. This is a big misconception, and it sounds good. When I say it to you, Jonathan, I say, you want to get referrals from satisfied clients. That sounds good.
I thought that was the only way.
Well, as you and a lot of financial advisors out there, and it's a pretty big misconception simply because satisfied doesn't cut it anymore. And there's actually a study, it was commissioned by Vanguard back in 2009, and it demonstrated that in order for clients to initiate referrals, and that's really how it works. I mean, you can ask like in front of the person, say, who do you know who, which is a terrible way to ask for referrals, by the way. You don't want to do that. But for when people are talking to other people at their job or friends or neighbors, in order for them to bring you up, they have to be engaged, not satisfied, which means you probably need to do more to stay top of mind with your clients. You want to engage them. What are you doing to engage your clients right now? That's one of the biggest keys to referrals.
That's huge, man.
Very, very huge. And I said, who do you know who? That's one of the worst ways to ask for referrals. And here's what happens when you say, who do you know who? And a lot of times financial advisors will sit with one of their clients, and at the end of a meeting, they'll just blurt out, who do you know who could use my services? And let's try it. Let's try it with you, Jonathan. I want you to go through this brain exercise so financial advisors know what the heck is going on. Okay. I'm going to ask you, I want you to go blank slate on me, and I'm going to say this. Who do you know who could use my financial services planning, Jonathan? Ooh, silence, not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting here thinking like, who?
Right. The reason is because you're asking your client to go through their entire mental database of people that they know. And I don't know what study it is. I can't remember, but like the average person can only like hold like 200 some people in their social circle. Now we got like 5,000 friends on Facebook and stuff, but that's just the truth. You can only really name like 200 or 300 names. It's just a capacity. And well, let's try this. Jonathan, do you know anybody who recently had a baby?
Sure.
Boom. Exactly. Much better. Do you know anybody who might be graduating from high school or college soon, or anyone with children that may be graduating?
Yeah.
Much better. See, and much better. Because Jonathan now had an image of the person that he knew exactly who I was asking for. I got much more specific. Now, that has nothing to do with satisfaction, but assuming Jonathan was an engaged client and I asked for a particular type of person, he would be much more likely to give me a referral. So moving on, another thing that financial advisors believe, and it leads to one of the worst ways to ask for referrals, is when financial advisors, they think that clients feel obligated to give you referrals. They feel like there's like this sense like they have to do it. That's silly. That's silly, isn't it?
That doesn't make sense.
And it sounds good on paper. And there are these sales trainers out there and these coaches and consultants. And I really try to distance myself from some of these people, but they say, you want your clients to feel like, more or less, I don't think they use these exact words, but they say you want your clients to feel pressured to give you referrals. And anytime you put pressure in a business that's a relationship business where you're handling people's money, for goodness sakes, that's not a good word to use. You don't want people to feel pressured.
Hey, financial advisors, are you ready to take your business to the next level and get more clients with less stress? I invite you to join the James Pollard Inner Circle, a paper and ink newsletter that gets delivered directly to your door every month. When you join now, you'll also get a 90-minute instant download called 5 Keys to Success for Financial Advisors, a $97 value for absolutely free. All you have to do is head over to theadvisorcoach.com/newsletter and join today.
Is that like Cialdini influence, like the law of reciprocity or something? Where's that come from?
Kind of. And I'm a believer in the law of reciprocity. And it's not really like a belief thing. Like it works, but it doesn't work for everyone all the time. It just increases your odds of success. But what I mean is that financial advisors believe that just because a client is a client, that they are somehow out there looking for different people and different ways to, talk about the financial advisors. Like they're
prospecting for you.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're doing the work for you. That's what they think. They think they're going out there and doing the work, and they're not. and I don't know what it is. Like people think that the clients are at Thanksgiving dinner and saying, you know what, this Joe Advisor guy is absolutely fantastic. You should go check him out. It just doesn't happen. It's just like a myth. And I say cutting your lawn with scissors. And I know there's someone out there who is thinking right now, I got a referral from Thanksgiving. People introduced themselves to me for Thanksgiving and a family friend. It's like, yes, it happened once, right? You're cutting your lawn with scissors. Technically, it's possible. Technically, it can happen, but I'd rather have a lawnmower. And the truth is, the lawnmower is facilitating referrals because most of the time your clients aren't even thinking about you. They don't think about you. Their average life, they're making breakfast. You're not on their mind. They're watching TV. You are not on their mind. And financial advisors believe that as long as they do a good job, clients will want to help you out and feel obligated to send you business. It just does not happen. Maybe every once in a blue moon, but you have to facilitate referrals. If you want to crank up the machine, you want to use that lawnmower, you have to facilitate referrals.
Yeah, good stuff.
Now, the third and final thing that I have here is it's very, very similar to the first 2 points. And if you're paying attention here, you realize that I'm saying the same thing in different ways. And I'm doing that because I want you to get this through your thick skull. The financial advisors have this belief that people are out there and just waiting for an opportunity to talk about you and what you do. And it just doesn't happen. But Jonathan, I'm going to give the people what they want. And I'm going to give a little tidbit, a little piece of free advice that could really help them with the referral process. So buckle up.
Okay.
You want to occupy space in your prospect/client, whoever it is, your prospect or client, I should say. You want to occupy space in their home, in their life. And one way you could do that is by sending them like a binder, like a binder about you and your services and what you do. You could send them a gift like a mug or a wine glass. You want to have a space in their home because that it serves as a trigger for them to think about you. When they think about you, it increases the likelihood that they will actually say something. So you are the one facilitating the referrals. Even though you're not there and you're not present and you're not tapping them on the shoulder saying, hey, isn't that your friend John? Go talk to him. You're not doing that. But if they have dinner and they pull out this wine glass or they see this, they go, hey, who's that guy? And they talk about you for a little bit.
Yeah, you got me thinking I need to do more of this. I actually did this with some clients that ended up giving me like 7 or 8 referrals. I sent them a deer head, a ceramic deer head, because they saw something in my background. And now it's a talking piece every time people come to their office.
Yeah, right. That's actually really good. And you know what? You know who is a master at this? Is Russell Brunson. Now, I know you know who Russell Brunson is, right? And for financial advisors who don't know who Russell Brunson is, he's like a marketer. He founded the software. People in my world, people like me and Jonathan know this guy, know of him, I should say. I don't know if you know him personally, Jonathan. I don't. But he is a master of this because he did the free book funnel. He gave away his book. And the reason, or one of the reasons I should say, that he did this is because he wanted to occupy a space on his prospect clients, his prospective customers. He wanted to be on their desk. So people who bought this book had it on their desk. They keep seeing it. They say, oh, Russell Brunson. Every day they get up, they go to their desk and his book is there, Russell Brunson. And it just builds awareness like nothing else.
Yeah, something tangible.
Yes, something tangible. And hey guys, ever wonder why I send out the physical newsletter? Got some financial advisors. Why don't you send a PDF? Why don't you just make it a digital download, please? Why? I don't do that. One of the reasons I'm being completely transparent here, I have nothing to hide, because I want to occupy a physical space in your home. I want you to think about me all the time. I want you to see that newsletter, be like, James. That's my marketing strategy. One of them.
Yeah. And then not only that, but then other people see it. Oh, what's that you got there? Or what are you holding on to?
Yep. So every time I see a financial advisor subscribe and they use their office address, I know that a certain percentage of people in that office will eventually subscribe to the newsletter as well.
Really?
Yes. Now, sometimes they don't do it because the person's just passing it around. And if you do that, and these people getting advice, shame on you, because you're giving away some valuable information. You're just giving it away for free. These people got to pay for it because people don't value what they get for free. So if you're one of those office Olivers there that shares my information for free and you pass it around the office, get these folks to pay because you know it's valuable. So hop on over to theadvisorcoach.com/newsletter and sign up for that puppy. But I want to recap this whole episode here. I want to wrap it up. And it's really sad that financial advisors operate in such a way where they don't get as many referrals as they could. They just settle. And it's something you don't want to do. You never settle. Don't settle. A lot of you guys settled in marriage. Don't lie to me.
Oh.
I know. Yeah. Cutting too close. No, I'm kidding. I love you guys. But people, they think referrals happen organically. They think that clients feel obligated to give you referrals, and they think that referrals come from satisfied clients. And like I said, if you're a smart cookie and you've been paying attention, you know that these are 3 different ways of essentially saying the same thing. And I've never explicitly said what it is. It's kind of like a Think and Grow Rich type deal, where Napoleon Hill never explicitly said the secret. Have you read Think and Grow Rich?
Very long time ago.
Right. You remember the whole secret thing where he was like beating around the bush with it?
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of what I'm doing here. Because if I explicitly say why you don't get referrals, it's not going to be as valuable to you. So hopefully something clicked here, and people just don't settle for a trickle of referrals when you could get a steady stream. And it would be just as easy. It wouldn't take you that much additional work. And fortunately for you, it doesn't have to be that way. So if you're at all curious, I offer a book, and it's called 51 Referral Marketing Tips. And it's on theadvisorcoach.com. If you haven't picked that up by now, that's my website. So just go to theadvisorcoach.com, and there should be a products tab or a tab called Referrals. And when you click on that, you can read all about it. There's a sales page there. You can make an informed decision. I'm not pressuring these financial advisors, Jonathan. I'm letting them make an informed decision. And it comes with a 100% money back guarantee, which means you either get more referrals or I give you every single penny back. So is that risk reversal? Or
Big
what,
time. Big time.
Yep. Or you could just Google 51 referral marketing tips for financial advisors. I should pop up on the Google machine there. So Google me if you want. However you want to get to it, just get it. 100% money back guarantee. And that's all for the referral episode. So
what's next?
What is coming up next? The next issue, or I'm sorry.
I like it. Issue.
The next podcast got me thinking about my newsletter. And I might have some additional information in the next newsletter issue, but the next podcast is why most financial advisors are, drum roll please, hypocrites.
Whoa.
And I want to be completely transparent. This episode's probably going to offend a lot of people. No shocker here.
I'm looking forward to that. All right.
So if you're someone who gets easily offended and you can't handle the truth, hey, don't listen to this episode. Seriously, just skip it. I don't want you listening if you can't handle the information, because sadly, you, the dear listener, may be a hypocrite and not even know it.
All right, I'm looking forward to that. So another show is in the can. We'll be back in your earbuds next time.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.